All right, still on what happened in the last 24 hours. Venezuelan acting president Delcy Rodriguez called for further normalization with the U.S. Since Maduro was captured by the U.S., the vice president became the acting president, working with the U.S. A lot of things have been changing. For me, I don't have any problem with that, as long as whatever policy she's implementing or she's using is the one that will better the lives of Venezuelans. It's okay. The responsibility of every leader is to take care of the citizens. So if that's exactly what she's doing, it's okay, but not at the detriment of others. But one thing I will not fail to point out here is that her policy is completely opposite to that of the president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, who is currently in US prison. And it's a bit surprised. This woman was vice president to Maduro, meaning their policy, whatever Maduro was doing then, they were working together. Now, let me point out few policies that she has implemented that is completely opposite to that of Nicolas Maduro's time. Number one, Venezuela has resumed shipping oil to Israel. This is something that never happened during Maduro. Maduro didn't do it. Now the acting president is doing it. Secondly, Venezuela has stopped shipping oil to Cuba. This is also what never happened during Maduro's time. Maduro was one of the main suppliers of energy to Cuba, right? Cuba relied heavily on Venezuelans' energy. Another thing is normalizing relations with the U.S. Not that Maduro never wanted to normalize relations with the US when he was the president. He wanted it so much, but you and I know the kind of deal that the US does. US don't do 50-50 deal. Their deal is usually 80-20, 90-10, 95-5. They always want to take the lion's share. I think that's one of the reasons why they were unable to secure a deal with Maduro during his time in Venezuela. And they're easily getting that now with the acting president. As you can see her coming out to say it's normalizing relations with the US, everything is moving on smoothly. And I think the woman is just doing all of these things just to remain in power, right? You have to give in, otherwise you will also be removed the same way your master was removed. But I don't have any problem with that. It's none of my business. All right, President Trump has concluded his speech, but to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to say this is what President Trump said and what he didn't say, because everything he said in his recent address is something that he has been saying for the past 3 weeks since this war started. How the US have obliterated the Iranian Navy, how the US have destroyed the Iranian missiles, how the US have wiped out their leadership and everything. That's the same thing he said in his latest address, right? Meanwhile, Iran keep increasing their firepower. They pummeled Israel. Just this week alone, Israel recorded the highest missile strike on their territory from Iran in history. I mean, the same Iran President Trump said they have destroyed their missile power. All the